Hello everyone, I'm LiNX4 and welcome back to Perceptions of the Dead. We are going to play the final story right here, Perceptions of the Dead. Tyrone has made it his business to help solve the troubles of those afflicted by the undead, but what seems like a case of benign haunting may find him risking more than his life, but his very, very soul. So I really loved the first mini-story. The second one was confusing as heck. We're getting into the last one.
I'll be the first to admit,
Big expectations.
there's something a little sad about watching a pirated copy of the original Star Wars trilogy. It's been out for as long as I've been alive. You'd think I'd own a legal copy by now. But really, where can you find a legal copy nowadays where Greedo shoots first?
You can't. You literally can't. I've looked, okay?
Nowhere. It's a sad fact of life. I pull another chip from the bag and munch as quietly as I can. I have the volume way down so I can hear the rest of the house easily. The crunching of the chip is almost loud enough to drown out Han's rant about the Falcon's speed. My eyes dart up to the girl on the ceiling. She's still staring, wide-eyed, her pupils dilated, and her claws clicking rhythmically at her sides while she sits watching me. I pull out my phone and snap another picture of her, checking to make sure the screen stays empty. It does, and I slide the device back into my pocket. The owners of the house had been right. They had a ghost, but it was a harmless haunt, incapable of manifestation.
Okay.
The creepiest thing she had done was stand at the end of the hallway and watch me watch TV with their amazing sound system.
It's pretty creepy.
She clicks at me and I hush her, as though it wasn't already hard enough to hear. She doesn't respond, and I regret not downloading a version with subtitles. I've been here for almost a week. So far, only Little Miss Claus has shown up, and it hadn't been hard to identify her. She's the ghost of a girl who had suffered from an acute case of depression and took her own life. Apparently, she did the deed with a pair of scissors, which explains the increasingly annoying clicking scissor claws. Her family had sold the house after the loss of their only daughter. It eventually ended up in the hands of the current owners, the ones who had hired me. Their descriptions of the haunt had pretty much been a dead ringer of the girl. They had, of course, complained of cold spots and objects disappearing and reappearing elsewhere, but odds were high that they were misplacing their own stuff and giving themselves the chills. Same way any scary movie can. For the chills, I mean. Good old-fashioned forgetfulness explains the moving stuff. The girl keeps at her clicking. Her bloodied claws are writhing as she stares, sitting on the ceiling as though she had chosen to break a few laws, starting with gravity.
Ooh, we could talk to the ghost. I mean, it hasn't really done anything, right? So...
Answer me a question, ghost girl. Why does everyone who's dead seem to have black hair? I mean, really? Do gingers actually lack a soul or something? Before she has a chance to answer my question, a knock comes from the door. I swear to... Someone called the cops on me again. I'm gonna give them a god... I'm not an effing squatter. I was hired to be here. I free myself from the ensnarement of the amazing plush furniture and trudge to the door, muttering nonsense the whole way. Throwing it open, I find someone new.
You're still here.
Yes, I am. I'm still working. Well, not right now, actually. I'm taking a break while some things are settling. And, you are?
You know, most of the other neighbors think you're a squatter.
I grimace. Yeah, I know. I've had to talk to the police twice already.
What are you even working on? I thought that they were done with renovations months ago.
Tell the truth and she'll probably think we're crazy. Lie and she'll probably think we're crazy if she finds out. So, she's gonna think we're crazy either way, so tell the truth.
Yeah, like I'd do something as psycho as that.
Oh, okay, don't even listen to what I'm telling you to do. Nice job.
The owners reported some odd noises. Creaking, groaning, rattling. The kind of noises you don't want to be hearing in a newly renovated home. The thing is, their contractors haven't been able to identify the source or even replicate the issue when on site. I do construction. I'm in between jobs right now, so they're hiring me to stay here until the issue occurs and use my expertise to identify and resolve the problem. That sounded pretty believable, not to mention oddly close to the truth. It had been enough for the police both times before, after all. Well, that and a Skype chat with the actual owners.
That makes sense. So, what, you're sleeping on the floor waiting for the noises they were reporting?
I don't have to sleep on the floor, considering it's fully furnished.
You don't think it could be the ghost that's rumored to haunt this place?
I force a snicker, and she immediately flushes.
It's real.
Yeah, I'm not the superstitious type. Everyone knows ghosts aren't real. Everyone was wrong, of course. But I wasn't going to admit that right now.
Look, I didn't...
Though if it's a long-standing rumor, it might have been something to do with the Foundation. Do you know how long this building has been haunted? She flushed further and bit her lip. What was she doing here? An amateur hour ghost hunter, maybe?
I don't know. At least 10 years. That's when my family first moved in over there.
She points to what was, more or less, a mansion across the street and a few houses down. Not that any of the other houses were less impressive. This was kind of a high-end neighborhood, which was a large part of the reason I had met law enforcement twice already. I suppose I'll have to go back at it again with my level. See if I can find anywhere that may hide a seam in the Foundation.
Do you need help?
Okay, seriously, what was her deal? No, I've got it just fine.
Oh, okay. Well, it was nice to meet you.
You too, kid.
Okay. Are you
She stands
completely
there
pointless
watching
to
with
the
the eyes of a puppy as I close the door on her. I look back to the clicking ghost on the ceiling and realize that I got more heebie-jeebies from talking to that girl than I did watching movies with a ghost hanging above my head. I nearly jump out of my skin as my phone goes off. The ringtone clearly indicates it's to my work number. Looks like I have another job after this one, Snippy. She clicks the same as she had before, unresponsive to my attempts to converse with her. Which is a good thing. It means she's a passive hunt. No need to gank her. She'll fade naturally. I answer my phone and wait for the words. There's a moment of silence.
Is this the boy in the Dylan's house?
Really?
I recognize the voice immediately.
Why are you calling?
I hang up. Her knock follows not a moment after.
Go away!
I heard your phone ring. You answered at exactly the same time.
Maybe she had gotten my number somewhere, caller ID or something in the house. Maybe she didn't realize the significance. How did you get my number?
Well, way to maintain an air of mystery.
Huh?
Aren't you supposed to have some line like La La Fatagan or something?
No, the caller is supposed to say that. Fuck. Did I just say that?
Oh.
An awkward pause hung itself, much like I was thinking about doing.
Can I come in? It feels odd to talk about this kind of stuff on the other side of the door when you're right there.
I grimace and let her in. How did you get my number?
I read about it on 4chan. I wasn't sure it was you until just now, though. I had my suspicions from the moment you arrived.
Someone posted my number on 4chan?
You're nothing like I imagined from the urban legends, though.
What, were you not expecting a black guy?
Well, I was expecting someone tall and dark, so I suppose I was right in a sense.
Oh, that's brave. A race joke.
I don't understand. Whatever. There's been so many race jokes in this whole series, all 3 episodes. It's like you're trying to pull it. I don't know.
Why are you making it about that?
Because I'm hoping it makes you feel uncomfortable and you'll leave.
So, is it true? Is anything here?
I almost turned to check on the girl in the ceiling, but maintained my gaze. Nothing that the tenants have to worry about, it would seem.
That's an evasive answer.
Will you leave if I give you some information?
Yes. Well, maybe. It depends on what you tell me.
I'd figured as much. I'm a spiritualist. I work for folks who think they have ghosts. I flip up my hood. With the appropriate ambience, I strike a much more intimidating character. The girl's face paled a little.
No kidding.
The hood is actually one I stole from the body of a serial killer. His psychic residue left it with an aura of violence that would invoke fear. It's a long story. What more would you know?
Are they real?
Yes, but they're so rare, you will never encounter one in your entire life. It was a half-truth. She wouldn't. She didn't have the spiritual perception. The lie lay in the rarity, as advertised by the clicking of the girl on the ceiling.
Oh.
Disappointment. Good. It shouldn't take much to push her towards boredom and a departure. She looks around the house, the disappointment slowly spreading to her face.
So there's no...
Why does she stop? I follow her gaze to the girl on the ceiling. The clicks grew louder. The ghost stood up in a violent convulsion. Oh no.
Oh no.
She could see it, and it her. All at once, it rushed her, claws sweeping wildly as its seizure-like movements brought it closer. Fear had taken the girl's voice. Should I kill it? No, it's harmless to almost everyone. There's only one thing to do. I roar.
You roar! That's really gonna take care of things. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and end this episode here. Sorry if it's a little bit short, but I am short on time. We will definitely end this and the whole series in the next episode. Will he save the girl? What's up with this guy? Oh, I guess his suit, whatever, can make him see ghosts. Because he was the same guy in the last one, right? The ice cream truck. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. LiNX4 out.